The sound of tear gas there in what has become a common sound today. And just a reminder that for up-to-the-minute updates, nation.africa is the way to go. I can see on your screen the latest update at 4:11. Residents of Ugunja, Siaya County take to the streets in a demand for the release of MP Opio Wandai. Earlier today, Opio Wandai and Stuart Madzaya were taken into police custody at the KICC. And also a reminder that 4 nations on the continent, at least to the north, to the south, east and west, east being Kenya, were holding protests today. South Africa, Nigeria, Tunisia as well. In South Africa, Leila Mohammed will have an update on what the situation there has been. But first, let's hear from Brian Mushiri. And Brian, perhaps you could tell us where you are now. Are you on Juja Road as well?
Well, good afternoon, Olive. Yes, I am on Juja Road. I'm actually on the junction because to my right is Pangani Police Station. So I'm at the junction of Juja Road and General Gathwin's Road that leads into Professor Wangari Maathai Road. And then, if you'd like to take your way to the Nairobi CBD, you'll take a left, you'll find a Guru Nanak Hospital, and then make your way towards Ngara and then the Central Business District. So, I'm currently at the Pangani Police Station, right outside the junction there on Juja Road. This is because we have been told, or at least we have been following by Ibrahim Karanja, that Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Coalition Party leader Raila Odinga, Martha Karua, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, and other leaders, inclusive of members of parliament, legislators and governors who have been part of this discussion, have been in Eastleigh, and they have been making their way all the way. I've moved around the CBD, that's the Central Business District here in Nairobi. And something you will notice is the high level of police presence around. It's quite different from what we saw earlier on. I was on Gong Road quite early in the morning, but right now we've noticed that on Landis Road, the police had actually barricaded that road right there at the roundabout on Muthurwa Market, just to calm any opportunities for the opposition to make their way into the CBD through that particular road. That's Landis Road at Muthurwa. Then I made my way down through Jogoo Road right next to City Stadium, where police actually engaged rowdy youth in running battles, lobbing tear gas canisters at them and firing shots into the air just to make them scatter and hamper. But as it is right now, basically at around 5 p.m, when you'd expect a regular Monday evening after Kenyans are done with a long day's work, a lot of traffic is usually building on this particular road. But as it is right now, even if you'd have a look, that is the junction from Juja Road, from General Gathwin's Road, headed all the way to Karioko, and just not as much traffic. What you'll notice there is that drivers there are just stopping through the regulations of the traffic lights. They're just respecting the traffic lights. This is a place that at around this particular time you expect heavy traffic on a regular day where Kenyans have gone to work. Yes, Of course, we have also noticed the amount of Kenyans and Kenyan youth or Nairobian youth making their way down to Eastleigh, because straight up is Eastleigh area through Juja Road. You would notice young gentlemen walking down there, just perhaps to meet Azimio leader Raila Odinga, who is on that particular direction. To my right, this is the junction that meets you from Karioko, and all you're seeing is at least Kenyans on their way to leave the CBD. Matatus right there. We've noticed some of them that are not even quite full. Of course, everyone trying to scamper and hamper out of their way from the central business district. So Olive, of course, it is a discussion that we continue to discuss, and it is a discussion that we continue to have a look at. Of course, earlier on, I'm just trying to locate a tear gas canister that was lobbed our way. Let me see whether I can have a look at it, because the crowd, like you can see right there, had started to form, and a tear gas canister was actually lobbed at us, Olive. A tear gas canister. This particular tear gas canister, I hope I can hold it right now. It's still quite hot, but this tear gas canister was lobbed from the Pangani police station gate right there by one of the officers, lobbed our direction just to scatter this small crowd that has started to build right here off the Pangani police station. But as of now, things still look a bit calm. We are definitely having a look on that opposite direction right there. That is the direction towards Eastleigh. I think you can notice also, of course, if we can just get those shots right there, you can notice the amount and the multitude of young men walking down that direction. Yes, of course, you would argue that Eastleigh is a residential area and everyone coming from CBD, there are a lot of people who live around Eastleigh, yes. But of course, that movement right there has been on the constant, on the flow. We have also seen lots of police traffic from police trailers carrying loads of policemen, as well as tear gas lobbing trucks, and then water washing trucks, as is Olive. But as of now, I mean, we're just waiting for this at this junction, just in case the convoy of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya party leader Raila Odinga takes a different trajectory from this one. We're at a quite convenient area. If they decide to go through a Karioko direction, we'll be there. If they decide to take this particular direction here from Juja Road, we'll be there. And just in case they decide to take the direction towards Thika Road, which is right to my left right now, we definitely will be getting to join them in that particular convoy, with the end goal, of course, definitely trying to make their way into the central business district in Nairobi. Olive.
All right. Ryan, it's quite the circuitous route that Raila Odinga and his team are taking in an effort to access the central business district. The plan initially, as I had mentioned, was to convene at the Kenyatta International Convention Center and then march to State House. I recall in Githurai, when I believe that was on Friday, when Raila Odinga was holding his baraza in Kiambu, Martha Karua advised William Ruto to prepare tea for them, and Raila Odinga maintained that State House is a public office and therefore accessible to Kenyans. The police were very clear yesterday that it is a restricted area and no one will be allowed to gain access to it, it being a security installation. And so therefore, this is where the situation has ended up, with the police declaring that today's meeting, planned procession to State House, was illegal on the grounds that it did not meet the requirements of the Public Order Act, more specifically Section 5. Raila Odinga, as Julius Malema said in South Africa as well, that they do not need anybody's permission. If you look at that camera, you can see the droplets. I don't believe it is raining. I am informed that the police have heightened the pressure, turned up the heat in an effort to disperse the crowd that has been running alongside Raila Odinga's convoy the closer they get to the central business district. It's in an effort, I imagine, to show that they do mean business and that it is time for them to disperse. But as you can see, they're pushing forward, though, at a very slow pace. I can see the cameraman is trying to wipe clear his lens, trying to get his foot footing and run ahead in an effort to see what is happening ahead of him as far as Raila Odinga is concerned. Earlier, a lot of people were asking the question, where is Raila Odinga? We had Ibrahim Karanja camped out at his Karen, rather the barrier that precedes his Karen residence.